Oh, well, you just hit the camera, didn't you? Haha, good job. If I was to give you an idea of how windy it is today, there is a constant wind. Constant. And you can see all these are getting blown around. That's fine, that's fine. If I turn into the wind, right, all of that open space and the wind is just bouncing up and down those fields through the trees, and it's physically blowing me back. Like I mentioned in a video a while ago, Take Pictures, I believe it was called. Normally I just get the phone out and take a few snaps, but I found that having the GoPro on and just doing like a slight walk around the bike, just like this, you can get some nice angles, and you can sort of like shrink the shrink, that's the wrong word. You can crop the video, Jesus Christ, words. Oh, see, all of this is just wind right now, bush straight across. You can take that video, take a screenshot, pop it into Paint or whatever equivalent picture editing software you've got, and just get some nice angles out of it, really. And I don't particularly want to spend the entire episode talking about how to take pictures or how to take a video and get the most out of it, but one little one little tip I can give you. If I turn the handlebars like that, because I've got a GoPro on there, right? I'm surprised no cars have come down here yet. But I can hide that GoPro behind the handlebars, see? There you go, smart, eh? Haha. That's a little tip for you. Otherwise, I'd normally take the mount off, or yes, sir, it's a motorcycle. I've parked it there for a reason. You're welcome. Oh, sass, straight off the bat today. Right, so we're going to do ourselves a nice little U-ey here. And don't screw it up, don't screw it up, don't screw it up. He hasn't screwed it up. Fantastic. There we go. So we can tuck ourselves behind the hedge here and just be a little bit happy about life. So, I suppose one thing really I can talk about in this video, because we ride motorcycles, because we go out into the countryside, and this is completely off the top of my head, by the way, I literally just thought of this as we were putting away. There are ways to enjoy the countryside and there are ways to not enjoy the countryside, and typically going slower can give you a much better appreciation of the local area. You can hit it 2 or 3 times. I'm so glad they pulled into there and I don't have to follow them all the way down it. That would have been tragic. But Red, you just said you wanted to go slow. Yes, I want to go slow. I don't want to be stuck behind someone. It gives you this this feel of appreciation where you can go up and down these roads. You can bob along and just enjoy the single lane roads and such. And I suppose this is where like scramblers and whatever would be a lot better, because if you wanted to go down like a stony track or a dirt road, always do your research to make sure that you're actually allowed onto areas like fields and stuff like that, because there's a lot of angry farmers, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube actually of people taking their bikes. I think there's an English bloke who's, I mean, he's a good bloke, but he's an adult, and normally when you think scrambler and people ripping it up and down the country lanes, you think, oh, it's just some kids having fun getting up to no good. But no, this is a bloke who just genuinely enjoys taking his bike up and down places. He has been confronted by hunters with shotguns, double barrel shotguns, and none of it, as far as I can tell from the few of the videos which I saw of him a while back, at no point has someone actually like raised the barrel of the gun at him, but it's come pretty close. And these hunters were basically telling him to like clear off, and he said no, it is perfectly legal for me to ride here. In one case, this old geezer was having a go at him because he just didn't want to take the biker's word for it. So they went to this like little hut thing, and they gave this old chap a map, and they said, that's the route from here to there, that's where you both agree that you met, that path is completely legal to ride a motorcycle on. Get wrecked. Ah, dear. It's all in good fun, isn't it? Yeah, I don't hate the guy for it, he's just misunderstood, but I understand the impression that you don't want people running up and down the countryside and scaring the wildlife and such like that, but yeah. So anyway, back to my point. If you do like to rip it up and down the roads and such, then yeah, you can do that in your own time, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. And I'm in the wrong gear for this part. But I find that typically when you slow down, you can see more of the scenery around you. Although it might even be a little bit like this, you can take a lot more care and you can notice a lot more about it. And you might find a bird of prey sat in the tree that you wouldn't notice if you were to swing past this at 60 miles an hour. It's just, you take your time and you just enjoy it. And another thing as well, sometimes just opening the helmet and getting some of that country air in. I mean, earlier on I was smelling, this is going to sound pretty gross actually, but ho-hum, I was smelling sort of like maggots which people use for fishing, and I think wild maggots have got sort of like a more pungent smell to them, because you know that's the nature of what they do, whereas ones that are bred in like farms and such, specifically for like things like fishing or feeding and such, they have a different smell. It's similar but it's different. It's more of a sweeter smell. And without going too much more into detail about that, Red, how do you know about that? I used to go fishing quite a lot with my granddad and my father. They'd take us out to Norfolk and Great Yarmouth, and we'd go up and down the train lines and the steam trains. This is more of a personal story really, isn't it? Oh well. And those were bloody good days. I'm going to close that now because the wind's picking up again. Those were really fun times, and I would love to go back there again to stay at a caravan in a similar sort of area and explore those areas again and go to those fishing lakes, because since then my granddad passed on, and we're not getting any younger, so I'd like to experience just that one more time, maybe a few times. Go up and down the I think was it the Bluebell line and the Norfolk Railway. I'd like to go up and down there, get some footage of that and such. And it's all just Hill-Lace Farm, yeah. It's oh wow, yeah, there are some nice houses around here. Ho ho. An old van. Oh wow, look at that. That is a classic. And this one's decided to use part of the road as a parking space. That's cool. But typically when you slow down as well, you can appreciate more of these little areas, these little country lanes and such. And when I was out for a ride, we went down we took a ride from my local Kawasaki dealership back home, and there's a part where you can look out over the hills to the city, the town below. It is a town, it's not a city, and it's a lovely view. And there was like a little country lane which went down the one of these little paths. So we did a U-turn, came back on ourselves, and I thought to myself, let's see if we can get some decent pictures. And that's actually one of the pictures I put up on the on my YouTube comments recently. Do not jump out in front of me, kitty, thank you. That's a good cat. And yeah, we went all the way down to the bottom of this little country lane, which goes, it's sort of like a private road, I suppose. It's to and from a farm. So we got to the bottom of this farm, realised that the gap in the trees where the gate wasn't a wide open space as I thought it was. It was actually very restricted, so there's no decent like photo opportunity there. So we jumped back on the bikes, came back round, and oh, slash. Right, bear with me a second, I need to find out where I am going. Oh right, yeah, I know where I am. Cool. Smashing. I don't want to go on the dual carriageway because it's going to be noisy as all hell, so we'll go a different route. And yeah, 2 dogs immediately came out barking, and we thought, oh god, the farmer's gonna get angry, and all these scenarios just start running through your head. So we turn around promptly, get on our merry way again, and we park the bikes up the road. And as we both jump off, I turn around and see there's a woman who's joined these 2 dogs, and she's walking up towards us. And I thought, right, we are going to get an amazing amount of sass today. I'm gonna have to deal with this. So me being a sort of socially awkward person, you know, for stiff upper lip, all right, shoulders back, let's have a civilized chat with this lass. And I said, hello, sorry if we disturbed you and everything. She says, oh no, don't worry about it. Instantly I was like, wow, okay, fine, fantastic, we're not gonna get told off. And she said, no, it's a postcode thing. Are you looking for this place? It's round the corner. I said, no, we're just trying to find a decent photo opportunity to get this scenery behind the bikes. It's social media and all that crap, you know, it's just what some people do. And she said, yeah, that's fine, I understand. So she wished us she wished us all the best, and I'm gonna probably end up going that way on the way home. And that was that. So we had a nice quick chat with this woman, lovely lady, and no one got shouted at, no one got told off, hurt or anything, so no dogs were set on people. Fantastic. All in all, it was a good day. So what I will say, going back to the point of the video in the first place, is if you are riding out in the countryside, sports bike, cruiser, whatever, dirt bike, just to truly appreciate the countryside, you know, get the smells, get the scenery, get the views, just slow down a little bit, chill out, just absorb what it is around you, because like I said, you can rip through it at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, and you can do that 2 or 3 times, and you will always miss something. You'll always miss something if you're only doing 20 or 30, but you have significantly more time to appreciate it. So easy stuff. Those are some nice bikes. I'd like to test ride an adventure bike at some point, but no, anyway. So I'm going to leave the video there. Have yourselves a lovely day. Enjoy. And until next time, ta for now.